kitchen cooking with the baker. This for all my little buddies pushing for the paper.
We're sitting here talking and we're on the podcast.
We're not actually though.
You should have never told me we were live.
We're on the live before the live. All those
broken.
comments are right there. There's Jessica Norton. There's Dean Evans. There's fucking Teresa. What's happening, Miss Wilson?
Man, hello, everybody. I'm glad y'all are here, too. But you were cooler before the comments came up. We were just chatting.
Oh, we were. I know. Once I saw the comments, I knew we were with everybody.
Now you're like, what's up, little John?
Reel it back in.
Shout out Tink Tink. What's up, little Boo Boo? I'm saying, I see you Southside represent.
I didn't shout no rappers out. I didn't shout any rappers out. Those were all diehard supporters that fuck with us and love us.
Like, what's happening, Jackie? Good to see you again.
Josh Marabit. See, I'm not even talking to rappers.
It's Marbit, Bubba.
Marbit?
Yeah, that's my guy. He's a West Sider.
See? I'm not talking to
See, now you drug me into your shit.
You know what I'm saying? All right, so let's talk about Guitar Center. We just had to go buy a bunch of shit.
Fee went today, right?
She did.
It was the first place. Well, I've been to a lot of places. The first place that made me wear a mask.
This was the first place.
But I walked in and I was like, yo, can I get an SM7? Right? And they were like, dude, we've been open for a day.
And everyone
first thing we sold out of. I was like, what? He was like, literally like fucking 30 of them just sold clean out of them bitches. Like,
shout out to Shure Microphones for making the easiest plug and play broadcast level mic, the SM7B.
You know, they got a lot of history with like major artists that used them or used
Michael Jackson would not go anywhere without one. Jerry Lee, or not Jerry Lee Lewis, but
I think Logic recorded his on a bus on one of these.
Oh, that's much more
Post
accurate.
Malone. Yeah, it's like somebody, I'm talking about the classics too, but I'm saying even like how it carried for years. Like people fuck with these mics, man. I recorded a lot. I recorded because I sound better than you.
Yeah.
Don't make this a microphone.
You know what I'm saying? Clearly. Y'all just 100% gave Jelly the upper. Like, he's louder than me. He already sounds better. You know what I'm saying? And his ego's way bigger, clearly.
Listen,
you know what I'm
man, you know, that's a Kusa the producer thing, it sound like to me, man.
Give me up, man. My microphone, he already.
Aaron did his job.
He's already my little brother that's way richer than me.
Listen, Aaron did his job, and you're still not following
You know what I'm saying?
What Aaron
Then y'all gonna let him sound better? There you go. Now we're at the same level. Now I'm too loud.
Now he's way louder than me. What's up with this, man? Hey, listen, man. Do what Aaron really told you to do.
Aaron asked me to do something?
Yeah, apparently. Fucking, he wrote it in third grade crayon.
Hey, man, share this shit, y'all. You hear Jelly, the producer, right now, producing. Share. If you got a group, we about to go to Jelly's page.
I suddenly don't care about his spelling. I understand his method to his madness now.
And it's real, like, that thing right there wasn't even for that. It's actually for life.
You are so loud now.
Right, turn me down.
It sounds like you're in a, like, you know what, you sound like a DJ.
Ah, see, that's what I was
trying.
What a segue,
that's
right? What I was going for.
You like that, though.
Play a song.
No, we don't want to play a song. But it's a great segue. DJ Coop came and detailed my car today.
Boom, there was the segue. I thought you meant let's play a song.
See, that's why you need a co-host.
Yes. You are
Somebody that keeps,
I don't even know what the fuck I'm doing.
Somebody that keeps the train on the tracks. You know what I'm saying?
Because I'm just really big vision and creative expertise. I have no tracks.
Yeah, no, for sure. It's all go.
Yeah,
we were talking about you in the office there. We were talking about your project.
Which one?
Like, that's the problem. That was actually that was literally me.
Which one is he working on
That was
today?
the upper management argument. We were talking about your project, and they was like, it changes by the day. I was like, I just the one I want you to do the most is just record music and put it out.
Oh, I got the music.
You know what I'm saying? Just fucking put it out.
The music's there. There, you nailed it. It's putting it out. It's deciding which ones and isolating them down. So I'm just removing myself from it. That's what I decided the other day with creative management, right?
Yeah.
I said, you know what? I'm not even deciding these songs. I'm going to just send them all to Matt and
All
Jelly.
I'm saying is just give us the songs and watch us do the Watusi.
That's what we're about to do.
You know what I'm saying? For
because it's tough being on, and let's not forget the Guitar Center thing, because I think that's really important.
Greetings, Facebook.
Kimberly Stern said, oh my God, AK and Jelly, no fucking way. It's real. It just happened and we didn't even know it. Jelly came to get denim. The BB has secured us a new contract.
This whole thing started because I posted I needed somebody to customize a jacket for me. And Fee hit me up and was like, dude, we got a fucking printer in our garage, you dumbass. And I was like, oh, fuck. I didn't even respond to her. I just FaceTimed Al. I think I said, oh, fuck, or wow, or something like that. And I just FaceTimed Al.
So, here's the thing, y'all. Jelly came over here to get a jacket.
I did.
Had no idea we were going live.
Well, see, this is where we tricked each other. I didn't know I was going live, and you didn't know I had 10 jackets.
Exactly. So he came and brought 10 jackets. I told him to bring a mic. I called Matt, actually. I didn't even call you. I called Matt and said, hey, put the SM7B, y'all 7B in the car, so we got 2 of them when he gets here. He's like, "Dang, y'all doing a broadcast today?" And I was like, "Well, he don't know, so don't say nothing." And then I ended up telling you anyway, because I wanted to make sure that you kind of knew.
Yeah, I was in. I brought the mic. I'm down.
So tomorrow, he brought the mic, and tomorrow we're going to do an actual live. In a minute, we're going to be on Jelly's live just to see if it's working. We still testing all this shit, giving people what they want, an album with both of y'all and Strug. Is that what they want? I don't know. You got to tell us, man. I want to see what y'all want.
I talked to Strug today.
Did you?
So I'll tell you. I'll tell everybody. I don't care. We're going to call you anyways. Next week, we lock in.
For the dates?
Mm-hmm. We booked like 10 days straight at a big joint.
Man.
So for 10 days, 15, 16-hour days, we just locked in. We just locked in doing the Waylon and Willie joint.
So y'all heard it here first. The Waylon and Willie is locked in.
I mean,
so
like paid the deposit on that bitch today.
What is this, Waylon and Willie 6?
It should be, but it's 4.
Waylon and Willie 4 is locked in.
Yeah. I think we're gonna title it something else. Like give it a title.
Right.
Instead of numbering it anymore. Yeah. So we are Waylon and Willie now.
So you can do an album.
So it'll be Waylon and Willie
like
on the
that.
road again or
Move
something.
the
Yeah.
numbers. That's
Because it starts confusing people.
What
a lot
is
of people are like, "Are you ever going to drop 3?" And I'm like, "That's how I know we failed at dropping 3 properly. Nobody knows." You know what I'm saying? But Waylon and Willie 2 was so big that people just kind of,
Yeah, that was the biggest one of the 3.
Yep.
Right.
It had some slappers on it. It had "Can't Go Home," "Fall in the Fall," all that cool shit.
It had some big ones. What, us sitting here?
Yeah,
right.
right. Yeah, for sure.
We flipped it.
This is we should be smart brunettes. We should. Bunny
You're watching the Intelligent Brunettes podcast with Al and my unofficial official co-host Jelly.
We're the brother company of the Dumb Blonde podcast. This is a Dumb Blonde production.
Hey man, I tell you what, y'all inspired us so much. Y'all saying you and Bunny inspired us so much through the last couple years. Every time we talk, but no, not in credit in that sense, but in sense of like how not awkward y'all are on camera.
I did a podcast with Bunny today, and she called me the unofficial co-host. I said, "Take that, Felicia King." I swear I was talking cash shit. Wait till it comes out.
Right. So Jelly took Fee's job on the Dumb Blonde today.
Well, I did today because Chris Webby was on there.
Webby?
Yeah,
gotcha.
we did. And it made me realize, what I was thinking about that sitting here now, that I want to start doing more of these because they're so much easier to do.
Because they're
when
long.
you have somebody you can, like, it's not a forced thing. Where you losing, Bubba? You need help over here? You looked for your water, was all kind of confused. See, if you'd let Fee produce this thing, she'd have took the package off your water.
It off. Deer Park. I'm trying to get some Deer Park money.
Yeah, me too. I mean, they got enough of it. I tell you
exactly.
that, boy.
I'm like, it's all I drink.
They're pretty much pissing in a Brita and selling it to us.
Exactly. No, I looked at some shit the other day where you seen where Boosie was testing all the waters.
You know, I think I've always knew you were super ADHD, but it magnifies when you're on a podcast. I'm watching you like, these headphones don't work. Where'd my water go? You're like frantically, like people don't see you going, where's the water? And your water was right there.
I have no problem admitting how OCDC I am. It's
like, you know what, the squirrel. You know what I'm saying? You're that dog.
No, I'm beyond people that have like ADD. Or I have a real.
It's like you make me feel better about my shit.
Mm-hmm.
I get around you and I'm like, you know what? I'm okay. Yeah,
I'm diagnosed obsessive compulsive, so that's OCD, right?
Yeah.
And then
Bunny is OCD, Bubble.
I'm super OCD. That's what my diagnosis is from the doctors. But then I think I missed the age group of like ADD and ADHD.
Or you'd have definitely been in.
Or they would have gave it to me because I have all. But you know, back in the day, they just called those kids really creative, and they ended up being.
You in today's time, you would make up 60% of the alphabet. In one
OCDC, a rock and roll condition. It's everything with initials put together. That's my condition.
Stay on the mic now.
Yeah.
That's why your headphones don't work.
You ready? I just gave up on them. I've given up on the headphones. I've given up on like not believing and not understanding that I'm the reason all this shit doesn't work. Everything's fine until I come in here. And I move around so much, and my expectations are so like, Jelly's pulling up in 5 minutes. We're going live. Get ready, Pat.
They got it, though. They knocked it out the park. Gracie woke up out of a coma. Fucking Coos is over there looking like he's fucking finna do a Billy
Have you
Jean
seen the
thing.
takeover yet?
No, but I heard they were playing music and up just drunk and kicking it.
took over, like turned it into their own little fucking radio show.
Like you were asleep and we figured this was the thing to do.
I told him, I said, yo, if you get the technology working, then do a test. I said, if it's really working good, then fuck it. Test it on my shit for a few minutes on my stream and see if it works, right?
Yeah.
I wake up 2 hours into their stream and Scott's banging on my line like, yo, this shit's crazy. You got to look. It's great. It's awesome. That's awesome. Wake up. Wake up.
Is Scott watching this now? What up, Scott?
He's probably with us, yeah. He's on here helping moderate our shit. Lisa Johnson, what's up? James French, what's up?
Greetings, fuckers. Is it recording as well, or are we just live?
Nope, we have a recording of it too. Everything.
We're the video as well?
All video.
Yeah, we should put that on YouTube.
All recording. Go to Lifted on...
oh, you're going to make us listen to music?
Here, you already have it. I just wanted to show you how dope this is, just to big up Kusin and watch this real quick. Because really, he figured a lot of this out, him and Scott. And anytime...
Oh, yeah, so it's like Zoom, how you can pull up something live and
even deeper,
stream, and you can pull up, like, you can go to a website right now and pull up whatever that site was, right,
Kusa? Screen, anything that's in
there. Like
computer,
a share screen.
100%. And then multi-windows. We can add Matt in. I had Matt the other day when I figured out that you were fishing, and then I couldn't...
how would you add him in? Would it be through Skype?
Skype, exactly. Okay. Boom, this is us right now.
But he would still go through the live stream of Facebook.
Watch, I'm about to show you what we're seeing, what they're seeing on us, bam. And then when he pulls it up, you'll see.
Oh, yeah. We look way cooler when we're bigger, though. Yeah, there we go. That's way cooler.
Boom. So that's our full screen.
Put it back on the full screen.
I look super fat.
No, stop that.
I'm like, oh, weird. That's how I'm sitting. I'm not actually.
You got the kind of couch that I can't sit up and look skinny. I got to just wail it out.
Hey, we did new shirts today, y'all. Shout out to BB and Kusa and Gracie and Aaron.
Oh, you're back to making yourself a new outfit every day.
Yeah, like that was a funny story that you were telling about us being in Mobile. I do like the ability to just get up and be like, all right, this is what I'm gonna wear today. I'm making a shirt to match that denim. Let's finish real quick because this is just the live before the live. We're gonna go on Jelly's page in a minute, see if it's all working.
Why are we always doing a live before a live? Do you ever
because I didn't tell nobody we were gonna do it.
Do you ever actually go live? I only hear about the live before the lives and the live after.
They're always actually live. Though when I say that.
I've never actually seen you say this is the live.
Because if I don't say that, it's country dumb. Here's the thing: if I don't say we're actually live, then it's like, well, that wasn't the real thing. If we fuck up and when I disconnect headphones and break something and whatever fuck happens,
it's not like we're gonna cut it out. Fuck, it's our white trashery. We love it.
Yeah, white trash royalty in the building. One of the leading purveyors of one of the originators of the white trash royalty brand. I'm sitting with here, young Jason DeFord, Jelly Roll, the motherfucking legend. You know what this show is, y'all, if you've been watching for a couple days, because we've only actually been a show for like 72 hours. It's legends and sleepers. I feel like Jelly's a little bit of both of those. Tyler Lee said, what's up? Casey Lynch, what's happening? I feel like you're a legend.
Aaron
and
ran
a
outside like the police were out there.
Yeah, I feel like you're a legend and
like
a sleeper.
Like they're putting a fire out or something. Scared me a little bit. Hey, can I tell you how happy I am that you live in like a $600,000 house and you have the grill in the front yard? Listen, man, no, that touched me like in my spirit, right? Listen, that touched me in my soul, dog. And it was the charcoal grill too. Like you really is grilling. Like you got to catch it, let it heat, and relax. I was like, but if it had been in the backyard, I wouldn't have felt the same.
Right.
I was already pulled up to this big ass mini mansion you're in and was like, look at fucking the King family. And then I got out of the car and the first thing I seen was the grill. And I mean, it's not, you didn't even put it by the porch tactfully. You moved it like 25 fucking feet out in the front yard.
That's so it don't blow all the ashes and shit up on the porch.
I've grilled in the front yard too myself. I totally know. I just thought it was cool. I bet your neighbors walk by and go, what the fuck?
So tell us what you got going on. What's
dude, you know what? So this is fuck, dude. We wasn't by law. We wasn't supposed to for like 10 weeks.
Yeah, I know, right? I feel like it's been a lot longer though. Quarantine's been crazy.
It's been like 10 weeks. It felt like 6.
So what was going to Guitar Center like?
Oh, dude, that was it. It was just my only Guitar Center story is real simple. They made me wear a mask, which I haven't dealt with at Publix or any place like that the whole time. Where they were like,
you gotta have a
mask. Like I'm walking in and they tell me in Big Chihu, they're like, "Yo, you got a mask up for you come in here." I'm like, "Oh shit!" And then I thought about it. Here's my problem with some of this shit. Right? And I'm not a conspiracy theorist by any merit, nor will I get into beliefs about this shit. My issue was in a place like Guitar Center, though. Right? I went in there to buy a guitar and a Shure mic, which they didn't have the Shure mic, but they did have a guitar, right? And I was looking for a classic guitar because D-Ray told me when I borrowed his, I want this back.
Right.
You know, because normally I just, when D-Ray gives me something, he's just passing it off, and he knows that. But he's like, yo, this is my thing. I really want it back. I'm like, cool. I had to replace it. But so I'm in there, and I play like 6 of them. And my thought process while I'm playing them is I'm finger fucking this guitar. And I'm like, I bet 20 other grown men have been here in the last 2 days finger fucking this same guitar. And one of them was all scratching his nuts, coughing and sneezing in his hands. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out
like,
to people
you know,
that clean themselves before they go to Guitar Center.
You see
and
what
play
I'm
with the
saying? No,
instruments.
I'm having that thought while I'm in there because I'm like, we're more hyper
I haven't done
aware
any shit like that yet,
of germs than anything you would think of. So I'm in there like, this is fucking a weird experience. But I bought the guitar and, you know, I shoplifted the other day.
On purpose or
I stole on purpose for once. I've stolen on accident a couple times. Like I stole a pen one day from Publix.
That's what I thought you were saying.
No. This was, and I needed to get this off my chest in a public platform because I feel bad about it. Right?
To them. Talk to everybody. I think David.
I feel guilty because
Ray?
I'm totally anti-theft or all that stuff. Right? Like, you know, all that shit is just not it for me. But I was in Walmart, right? And we were already checking out, and I had looked to find foaming hand soap. You know, the shit you need. It's really scarce, right? It's not as easy to find, right? It's like shit paper, right?
They go up, so we don't have to shout them out.
So it's like shit paper, right? So I'm like, man, let me figure this out. And I was like, well, fuck it. You know, I just couldn't find none. So we're leaving, and the wife, as we're pushing the buggy out, was like, man, we should go to the bathroom and wash our hands.
Right.
I'm like, you're right. You know, so I was like, you go first, I'm going to go second, because we had a bunch of shit in the cart. I don't want anybody to take our card. It's already been paid for.
Yeah.
So while she's back here pissing, I look to the left, and at an empty register is an unopened bottle of Germex. Listen, y'all, and I feel so bad about this, right? And it was like,
you steal You already bought all your shit.
Yeah, no, it was so.
I thought it was going to be.
It was so desperate, though, right? It was so desperate. I felt so bad about it, but it was like, dude, it was like the moment of like, oh, like when Harold and Kumar seen White Castle, and they was like, it's fucking there,
Pulp
man.
Fiction,
and I was like,
briefcase,
dude. Man, and you know what what makes me really feel guilty for stealing it, Al?
Tell me.
Was that I didn't hesitate. I didn't look around or anything, bro. I shot over there like I was willing to fist fight somebody. They try to grab it at the same time. And I grabbed this, but I got it in the car if y'all need it. Y'all got Germex in there?
3 months into the quarantine, anyone would have stole this Germex.
Nobody. So I grabbed the Germex and I threw it in the cart, right?
Was it a big one, like an industrial
No,
one?
I wish. No, I stole a little one, a little petty one, right? I just stole the fucking hand one, right? Gee, who grab it for us, would you? It's in the car. I wouldn't mind squirting it anyways. I've been shaking hands.
Good, yeah.
So I stole this, and I feel, listen, I threw it. I got it. I'm keeping it, obviously. I'm not taking it back. I'm going to offer it next time I go through the line at Walmart, because I accidentally stole a pen a month ago. This is true. Ask Chew.
I thought you were going to say
I went to the grocery store.
In the aisle and I was going to pay for it later, like, you know what I mean?
I stole a pen in the grocery store the other day, right? And what happened was I walked in and had this big list. And I was like, oh, fuck, I don't have a pen to wash off my list because I'm so old school. I hand wrote a list.
Right.
So I was like, oh, let me just go get a 2-pack of like $1.49 pens. Pop one out and scratch off my list and put it in my pocket. I don't think about it. Right? So I leave. I call Publix back and say, hey, man.
I'll steal your pen.
Oh, Chew can get in here, Chew. No matter, man. Thank you.
Come on in, man. Jump in with us.
No, you're good. You want to hit that?
Look, man, that's when you know you got a real killer with you.
You want to hit that?
That they don't even want to be on camera. They're like, no, I'm really not here for the lights. I'm just here to hurt people when they fuck up and do the wrong thing.
Anybody want to hit that Germex?
I think everyone should hit it just in the spirit of quarantivities.
Feel free. It was free.
Quarantivities, that was a free Germex. That's a Germex in the...
So listen, Bubba. Hear my story. I call the Publix back and say, hey, man. Reaper? I call the Publix back, right? And I say, hey, man, I just accidentally stole a fucking pen. They were like, do what? Like one you signed something with up front? I was like, no, like I pulled it out the package and shit, was scratching off a thing, and they were like, excuse me? I was like, I just stole $1.49 pen. It's a big, I even got one of the cheap ones because I got so many pens at the house. I stole like the cheapest one you can buy. I was like, you know, can I just bring the packaging or something? They was like, we don't worry, you're okay. They're like, no, they were like, you're totally cool. I was like, okay, I'm sorry. I've yet to do that with Walmart.
You didn't tell them who you were.
I've yet to do that with Walmart because I got to call them and say, hey, man, I maliciously
stole a $9 thing.
A fucking $9 bottle of Germex.
It was only $3 before
my wife comes out to piss her.
Yeah.
And she's like, okay, you want to go wash your hands? No. She said, because it's in the cart.
Okay.
She's like, and it's not in a bag or nothing. I just threw it on top of the bag.
She knew you stole
She walks out. No, I tell her. I'm like, she's like, hey, do you want to go wash your hands? I'm like, no, I just stole some Germex. We need to leave. She was like, what? No, I think I said, no, I'm cool. I'll talk to you about it outside. So we go outside, and I was like, what are you talking about? We get out of the parking lot. I'm like, we need to leave. I just stole some Germ-X. She said, what? I was like, yeah, man, I don't know. I didn't. Listen, I would have tried to buy it, but I wasn't sure it was for sale. You know, because the way it was sitting on the empty register, it might have been for like an employee or something. So I was like,
did you look at the bottom of it? Did it have like a tag on it?
Does it got a tag on the bottom of it, Chihu?
Oh, we got it. Let's see.
Don't spill none now. That's precious.
Well, no, it's got a barcode on the back.
Yeah, so I mean, it might have. So I should just take that back as it is and just ring it out. Okay, cool. You just solved my problem. You made me feel so much better about it. Now listen, I love you. Put it down. I don't trust you with it. You'll break it or something. No, and it's the Germ-X too, man. Because you know they're making a lot of.
What we're doing is actually really.
They say we rub it in, right? I know.
Well, they say
makes your hands drier, which collects more germs.
Well, and we're killing our immunity to the germs that we need. Like we need a certain amount of germs in order to fight off infections and shit. Because it's just like growing immune to anything else, right? If you're constantly cleaning, and I just saw somebody on Joe Rogan the other day saying this, so by no way do I know if this
who said it on Joe Rogan.
Joe is actually saying it now. He did the research after. It was somebody who was on the medical side.
Is it like that with washing your hands too, or just the?
They do. They say if you over sterilize, right, unless you have things.
Well, they say that you build up an immunity to stuff like when you're a kid picking stuff off the floor, rubbing on your hands, touching your mouth. It's constantly battling viruses and stuff. She was saying that the fact is, like kids, the problem with kids why they get sick is nobody's washing their hands or
right, got you. Yeah. So no,
sharing sandwiches and shit.
Yes.
So, but you do need antibodies for sure.
You know who it was?
I feel like I collect enough debris in my beard to balance all that out.
Debris in your beard.
Yeah, right.
Here's who it was. It was Tom Green. He is 100% where you were in the beginning of the quarantine.
Oh, he's not leaving.
Didn't leave his house. This was the first place he went. He was like, Joe, I just want you to know I respect you so much. This is the first place I've been. And you could tell he was serious.
No, I watched the Tom Green thing.
Okay.
It was mind-blowing.
And so during, right, wasn't it trippy?
You know, it's crazy how long they've been ahead of the game with the internet.
Bruh. And I feel...
You know what I love is your whole production team is just calling out for more beer like Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Mm-hmm. Well, this
Coos
is
like, can I get a beer if he brings fucking Gracie some sort of whiskey or something?
She's over there drinking rosé.
Like, yeah. Aaron's running around spilling beer. It's like, what y'all don't know is this is the most white trash production I've ever seen. I love it, by the way.
We are absolutely.
I love that Kusa just went, beer. Did you grab me a beer? He was like thought he was being so slick about it. He was his left hand and the beats in the podcast are fire. I told, man, it's a bunch of fucking rockers fucking like, let's start talking.
So, we're not even supposed to be on again until Sunday, right? Unless the kids just take over, which they do. And now I've kind of given them the signal and said, hey, as long as you don't fuck this up, you can stay on as long as you want.
Let's talk about how cool this is without the headphones.
It's pretty cool.
And it makes you stay down the middle. It makes you stay on the microphone.
Well, see, I'm used to us playing music, though. Me and Gracie been doing it where we've been playing guitar, where we've been playing songs back through. I'm playing
I figure we do something different, man. We just talk. No, it's like a conversation. Like, why not? Let's just hang out and have a conversation.
Honorary host.
And in my defense, I've been at the studio all day listening to music.
Exactly. And you were hosting a podcast earlier, so you're in hot, coming in hot podcast producer.
Yeah, that's why I sat right down. I was like, yo, man, this is already set up. Plug that mic up.
I'm not even tripping. I'm like, now we're just doing a talk show.
I didn't expect to walk into the men den, you know what I'm saying? And just this motherfucker be like,
I didn't expect to be here. I'm going to be honest. Until quarantine, I had dumped all the chips on being back in the city.
Yeah.
And then we end up here. So we condensed like 3 rooms. You didn't see it when it was finished, but this was all set up basically like it is. Me and Gracie were doing, and Coos were doing live writes. We were going live and just writing songs in front of people, playing them new stuff, playing them their song. And when we got the quarantine, like real quarantine, and we're here for a couple weeks, we were like, okay, so stuff's starting to come. I'm like, yo, we got to move the t-shirt shit over here first, right? Because we was like, yo, we got to still be able to clear orders.
Right.
We're here for 2 more weeks. Fuck, that's a month. Like, how are we going to... So we move all t-shirt shit here, and then it's like, well...
Bubba, you can't leave here, Bubba.
Crazy,
this spot is so fly. Man, You've just built like the dream scenario right out here, dog.
In this same little neighborhood, right?
Dude, anytime you get like such a nice neighborhood.
7 years now we've been like moving, migrating further this way.
And you finally got about as deep as you can without being
all the way
for sure.
fuck out there.
Yeah, and it's like, dude, this is just, man, it's just such a cool vibe.
Man,
and that house is like fucking huge.
You are in a new house now, too. You just moved. How's that feeling?
Well, listen, man, don't try to change us, man. We're talking about you, man. We're talking about you.
Listen, if if the universe means for me to not be on the beach for the next 2 months because
I think let's go down and hang out or whatever. Just
months.
don't throw this out. Don't listen. Don't throw the baby out with the bathwater.
Right.
That's my thing. You know what I'm saying?
Well, it is definitely coming up where I'm gonna have to buy it, and it's not quite $600, but motherfuckers gonna want $500,000 for this motherfucker damn near.
Man, I'm just telling you, Bubba. just on some real shit.
You just gonna have to step up my show grid.
What is this? Probably a three. What is this? Probably a 3/4 acre lot, maybe an acre.
It's an acre.
I haven't seen the backyard. No, the backyard's big. That's where you had the squirrels and the fucking groundhogs and shit, right?
And smoking them.
Yeah, no, you're sitting, dude. This acre, this piece of grass.
It's an acre. That's why he wants what
this
he wants
piece
for
of
the house.
Grass is worth that, Bubba.
Yeah, no, it'll shoot up, and then with.
I tell you what's not going in this neighborhood is it down for the next 10 years for sure.
Nah,
I'm not here to give like real estate investment tips on your podcast.
Yeah, but you can tell anybody that if it's been going up for the last 20 years, it's not going down anytime soon.
This is you got another good 10 years where this thing's just gonna keep going just fucking step by step. Dude.
Yeah, man. And hey, man, I'm just glad to still be, whether it's this house.
I think Coos is trying to give you a beer.
Got it. Whether it's this house or something close to it, it'll still be the same studio and in the garage. I figured out that I don't need all that commercial space for sure. Without 15 artists, you look at the board now and it's like,
Bubba, you don't need. You got everything you need. You got Gracie, Koosa, Aaron, and you.
Yep, and Fee. She's running the show now.
Yeah, she's rapping or singing.
Yeah, Fee raps too.
Holy fuck me in the face.
I'm playing.
I was like, dude, I'm never not fucking. Boy, I miss y'all for one quarantine and come back, and this whole shit is turning into.
Spitting now. She's a spitter, y'all.
I mean, I feel like you got. I feel like you got enough of a stable here to.
Yeah, I mean, but here's the cool thing. There in the commercial space, in the scenario I was in with that's why I retired from being a manager. The end of this year, right?
It's just not. It's just like, dude, you got so many good records to release.
After doing it for a couple of years, I realized what you've been saying to me is absolute gospel, and it's hard sometimes when you're in the middle of it, right? And somebody's saying something to you that's that simple, like, "Yo, just stop trying to help everyone else get there or get back on or whatever the fuck thing."
It's what they say is that You said it to me before. You don't know the person in the middle of the storm don't realize how big the storm is.
So real.
You know, and it's like
and when you're in the storm,
that's what I'm saying. The person in the middle, the person in the storm never realizes. It has to be a motherfucker from across the street to go, that's a big ass tornado. You know what I'm saying? It's somebody that's sitting in the middle of the motherfucker. You know what I mean? So it's like, the old phrase is the only person that can't smell the vodka is the person drinking it. You know what I mean? Well, if you can't smell, you can't smell vodka. Like, nah, motherfucker, you can't smell vodka.
Right.
I smell the hell out that vodka over here. Fuck are you talking about? So it's one of those things. It's like you just know. You're like, dude, you just got so many more good records to put out, and you got kids to make music now. Focus your time and energy on that.
That's the other key.
It'd be different if they sucked.
Right.
If Gracie wasn't super dope, you could be like, I'm just trying to figure out a way to get Gracie into college and figure out what else she might want to do but music. But it's like, you got to, fuck.
I think they're all better than me.
On it.
I think they're all better than all of us. I think the next generation of all our kids are better artists.
Well, isn't that what we want as parents?
Yeah, of course, right? And I think that even when I hear Zoe rap, right, at 10 years old, and I hear how precise he is, and I hear you in him, and I hear me in him,
right? And
it's like, of course he's super dope. He's been literally his whole life.
Just get a better understanding of the music, yeah. Bailey's getting so good, dude.
Bailey, that's what I was going to say. Your daughter and Strug's daughter, I feel like all of our kids.
Brianna's really found her voice and everything.
You feel what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, I feel like Brianna and Bailey and all of my kids are all over the next couple years.
I should get Gracie on the next record. That'd be really cool for me to have Brianna and Gracie.
On the same song?
No, but just have, I'd rather do them on two different records. Yeah, that too. But I'd rather them do it organically. Yeah, I think the Universal, bring them... Yeah, I think the universe will bring them together.
They should write their own
together. Like, dude, our dads have known each other for 20 years. Let's sit down and write some music.
To have the flip of having them both.
To be able to say, I put out this album with Struggle's daughter and then put out this album with Alex's daughter. Because I intentionally put Brianna on a different song than Struggle.
Right. No, it makes more sense. I just thought that's what you were saying.
I was like, let's separate that church from state now.
Yeah, it wasn't a suggestion. It was just what I thought you were saying.
No. And I think it's a great idea.
It's crazy. Somebody asked the other day, how long, it was somebody who was kind of newer, I guess, and they asked how long we've known each other, or how long our kids knew each other, because she had mentioned one of them, and I was like, man, all these kids known each other since they were born. They were all like, basically, since they were tiny, and
it's my barometer of age now. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Just watching the kids grow. Y'all passing more beers or what?
Yeah. No shit.
What y'all doing? Y'all passing beers around?
Jelly won't smoke a bowl. He said he's only smoking joints these days, but
And I only smoke treetop, period. You ain't got no treetop, I don't smoke it. It's my policy. I'm loyal to my dog.
I appreciate that. And he doesn't really like smoking my bowls because I have dirty bowls. Let's just be honest. I don't keep them.
I've cleaned a couple of your bowls out. You and Matt Wallace. I bought Matt Wallace a rig for Christmas one year when I was like, dog, you're going to kill yourself smoking out of this. I think I see mold in it.
Yeah, he's worse than me. We talked about that one night. I was like, I'm bad, Matt. I was like, I have. And now I've gotten better because Gracie and
Aaron is like mini you. He's scrambling trying to find the bowl. And I was like, where did the fucking bowl
I think
go?
so.
Because that's where y'all would smoke in this nice neighborhood, I'm sure.
Jordan Gibbs, what up?
Oh, that's my guy, man.
Yeah.
Man, I've been rapping with that dude 20 years probably, dog.
Marbert or Jordan?
Jordan.
Yes, sir.
Now,
Jordan.
me and Marbert know each other from the Nations.
Good shit.
I got
good shit.
me and him in struggle. We got stories we're not allowed to tell on platforms like this.
Shout out to stories that can't be told on podcasts.
Those stories are meant to be told at bars when no cameras are rolling. You know what I'm saying?
I tell you what, those are the best ones. The ones we can't tell y'all. Those are the ones that are in the songs that you got to read between the lines to get. And Stalky McStalkerson and this motherfucker. She's probably been rocking me since my very first live on any fucking platform. It's interesting when you see people like that, right?
That's so awesome.
Seeing people like Jordan 20 years later that were legit coming to shows for 5, 6, 10 years in some cases that have been rocking since the beginning.
Oh yeah.
And now seeing those people when you're playing 1,500 people, right?
Oh, dude, it's awesome, dog. Jordan was probably the first person that booked me. I think it was for sure the first person to book me in Bowling Green. Yeah.
Absolutely. Shout out.
Me and him got some stories we can't tell on these things right here.
Yes. We
got some real stories about that boy. I mean, some.
Isn't that interesting though to have like so?
We've had some man.
Aaron, we have one of them grab me a water, please, and just roll a joint.
I'm looking for the weed.
That's even worse.
So we should have went there first. But
I did, and then somebody came in like, "Nah, leave it on." It's Aaron who couldn't find the weed or the bowl, but instead of giving us a bowl, he just came back and hit the bowl in front of us.
Listen, Aaron,
Literally, I like lighting the bowl.
Aaron probably smoked a half one outside by himself first.
Look, and then it's not lit when he hands it to me. See, I only call him Aaron when I'm mad. He's Fibonacci, if I'm mad, I'm like, it's like almost.
Is that what he raps by? Fibonacci?
Fibonacci, that's his production name, and he raps by that too. Yeah.
You rap by Fibonacci now? That's all right. I like that.
2 C's.
Yeah. He was still completely figuring it out.
He was still.
Where you come up with Fibonacci at?
It's just
changed,
the sequence changed my life. It opened the doors to all that spirituality shit for me.
Yeah.
But like somebody like, what the fuck does that mean?
You kind of wish you wouldn't ask him now, don't you? You like, damn.
No, I like that he had an answer. Because it caught me, well, it had the word fib in it, so I was like, this is interesting.
Break it down. What is the Fibonacci sequence?
It's 1 + 1.
Sit down.
All right.
Oh, no, this is a sit down kind of thing.
1 + 1 = 2 + 1 = 3. Yesterday plus today equals tomorrow. That's what it is to me.
That's what Fibonacci is.
That's Fibonacci sequence. To you, that's all that matters.
Yeah, right.
Good shit. Now go make sure we
Did you say
great.
1 + 1 equals? Did
That's
you say
Fibonacci.
1? Did he say 1 + 1 = 3?
He did.
1 + 1 = 2. 2
But you threw it. But you
2
threw.
+ 1 = 3.
Okay.
Today plus tomorrow.
13 is the sequence. Goes on forever.
And this is a real thing. He didn't make this up. There is a Fibonacci sequence that is like replication of numbers.
Oh no, I love it. It's fucking great.
So he just adopted and changed the spelling of it a little bit. And it's Fibonacci Beats with a Z. Make sure you go follow him. He's our awesome fucking.
I love the way you put the Z in there like they were gonna struggle spelling beats. Motherfuckers are gonna struggle spelling Fibonacci, Bubba. Let me just tell you, man.
I figured that at this point they know.
Okay.
Fibonacci Beats with a Z.
All right.
There's an XXX Tentacion. I can be whatever I want.
No, for sure.
Nah, don't be. Oh no, man. Shout out R.I.P. to X and all them little dudes.
You know what's crazy, man? I believe he was like the beginning of the change in paradigm with that generation, musically, right? Like it went from like.
Him and the other kid that died right before him was what's the white kid?
Peep.
Nah, yeah,
Peep. It was Peep.
And then Juice was after, and I think.
But I'm saying I believe he was the beginning of the changing of that whole it was a paradigm shift, and young kid rap. Like I don't want to say young kid, but I'm a little older. Like young.
Yeah.
the younger generation
drug
rap
culture
music,
of
yeah,
now.
of him be like making like real substanced music, like you know the question mark record.
Yeah, no, he had a
Man.
lot of feats, and he did
that
it in such a
dude's
short
record
amount
was
of time,
crazy.
which was interesting.
Oh
to me.
man, he was such a hard worker. All them kids are though,
From
man.
that whole Florida scene. Shout out to Florida. Shout out to Scott Yoden and everybody that's
I love them
down
all.
in that scene.
Yeah,
Yeah,
fuck
like
yeah.
that-
Pooh, yeah,
that-
all them kids, man, they're great.
yeah, Smoke Perp and all them dudes outworked everybody that was sitting around talking shit about them. And a lot of people always ask me like,
Well, I
why
was
you
talking to somebody today. It's my simple philosophy that's worked in my career, right?
outwork
I've
everybody?
went, but it's not even like but I thought about it a different way.
Deeper.
Make music, release it.
Mm-hmm.
Make music, release it.
Let other
Rinse and
people decide.
repeat. Fucking wax on, wax fucking off, dog. You know what I'm
Mr.
saying?
shit.
Like at the end of the day, it was make music, release it. You know what I'm saying?
Right, well, the other
but it
thing
goes
is
back to my life philosophy. You know, my life philosophy is people either hold shit like this or they hold shit like this. I've always been a hold shit like this guy.
Explain. Go deeper
Well, it's
for
like,
those that don't know.
so it's like if I'm holding it like closed fisted, I'm holding this. You got to really convince me I should let this go. If I hold it like this, it can
Loosely.
come and go as it wants.
Lucid.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's like fucking, you just got to let that shit go, man. So,
You've always been much better about that, especially with art, right, and with our content and shit.
Yeah.
Than I have. I've always.
you know what made me quit taking it so personal? When I realized it wasn't for me.
Right, it's for them.
Yeah. And it took me a while to wrap my head around that because
Shout out to
music
Big
was
Josh.
so
He said that to me
personal.
about Reincarnated. He said
Yeah.
you made an album for you, and it's true when I look back at it now.
Yeah, it's like it's so easy to like because music's so personal to us, right? Like there's so much soul and time and energy that shit people don't see behind the scenes. Like
Yeah.
when you spend a whole day listening to different snares, going, I fucking gotta find the right
just
one.
comping vocals. Or
Yeah,
comping
yeah, you know what I
snares
mean.
or-
Like
yeah.
you know, you ride around just obsessed with multiple mixes, but it becomes such a. That's not even counting the lyrics side where it gets really
Yeah,
personal.
just the technical side.
This
of
is just
sonics.
that's like
Yeah.
now we're talking about like getting like this is me bearing my soul here. This is extremely personal. Then I realized it was like,
Tell them to stop doing that for me.
but it was just I just realized real
Thank you.
soon, man, that it was for them,
not
Yeah.
us.
It's not for us.
It's a hard separation, man, for artists, especially for me.
And then I had to start because I'm so critical of myself. I don't like a lot of stuff I make because I'll hear it and be
neither.
like, I don't know, that's it.
I don't like it
But then
after, I like it
but then I
during.
started having
Yeah.
a moment where I was like, that dude who cried in the front row of my Nashville show. Would he like this?
Right.
Like, is this something he would like? Would he
Right, the
like
people that you've already
yeah,
seen and get affected
Yeah,
by,
like with
is
this, is this the kind of music that he goes, this is why I listen to Jelly Roll? Because that's what matters to me.
Yeah.
I was talking about doing concerts earlier, and you know what I think about before shows?
Talk to me. I'd probably do, but they don't. Talk to me.
I think about the person who 6 weeks before the night of the show bought the ticket,
No, I've never heard this from you.
right? I never told you this.
The people that bought it way out.
Not even them. I mean, the person that bought it 3 days ago, but the person that bought it 6 weeks ago, see, they had to call and get a sitter. For 5 weeks,
We have talked
they've
about
been politely reminding their mother-in-law, hey,
Right.
you know, me and Scott are going to the show on the 23rd,
Shout out to
right?
Scott and the
Right?
mother-in-law
You see what I'm
unfortunate
saying?
kid, yeah.
So it's like, and then the night of the show, I think about Bunny, right? And I've seen you and Felicia go out. We've all went out together, right? We've lived in
Yeah,
the
you
same
gotta
house
make
and went
a
out.
plan. It's
So
not-
then you think about watching Bunny have 6 outfits laid out on the bed, right? You see what I'm saying? And then Bunny's coming like, which one? What are you wearing so I know it rocks with what you're wearing?
Yeah, for sure. It's a whole deal.
Right? You know, okay, the kids are situated. This is our night. Where are we going to park?
Yeah.
And then stand in line.
That
And then
kind of
wait to
support.
get in here and listen to opening acts and wait and wonder if Jelly Roll's coming out or what time. I think about that person. I'm like, man, I can't let that motherfucker down. We got to go
And
out
you
here
have
and
to
really
things
put
out
on a
to not
show.
let 'em down.
Yeah,
Doesn't
you
matter.
yeah.
Just something we
So
talked
it's a thing that's like I can't let that like I feel such an obligation because I've been that dude. I bought a ticket.
Yeah.
I've spent my money.
some
I've
dudes,
stood in
we buy
line.
tickets right
and
now.
I've went inside somewhere and
Yeah.
been disappointed.
For sure.
And I've been like, I never want to do this to nobody. You know what I'm saying? Like, you
Yeah.
tell me, you ever bought a ticket to a concert that you was just flat disappointed in the concert?
Yeah, I won't throw the people under the bus.
I won't neither, but it
remember
happened.
those
But I
shows.
bought tickets to shows that it was like, and I looked forward to. So I got tickets to Garth Brooks one time. My wife took me, and I look forward to this thing forever. Right? Just never disappointed. Like like I've had so many instances where I was like, man, I'm looking forward to this concert,
Right.
and then you go and you leave like, all right.
I know that that's what makes me perform the way I do. right? So you're thinking about it on a whole bigger grand scheme, which I find really fucking interesting, and I can sit here and listen to that breakdown. So the thing that I do relate to in it is like when I've had shows that let me down, I remember I stopped going to concerts for a long time because I started at 18, 19, right, DJing, and then by the time I was 20, we were doing real shows at a real level, right? To a degree, like the skating ring shows all happened in like 6 months to 8 months. Then we were doing showcases, and we were going to other states and doing shows, right? I remember from the very beginning some of the last concerts I went to at Exit In and like Charlotte Skating Ring and shit, and being like, I'm never doing that. Fuck that. We're going to have a show when we get here, and motherfuckers let us get on this stage. Right.
I think about it all the time.
Constantly in rehearsals.
I think about it all the time. I just think about that, and I think about that with the music side. It's like, you know,
you've gotten way better at that too, of like actualizing it, right? And like even catching that psychology of like, yo, I'm never letting anybody down that buys a ticket and gets the babysitter and is doing, because we all do that.
And is there picking an outfit out? You know, I know dudes that are going, hey, baby, should I wear the black jeans or the blue jeans? And a girl, I can hear her in my mind going, I wear the black ones. They'll probably have a black Jelly Roll hoodie for sale. And they're actually wearing clothes to the show in anticipation they can buy something that'll go cool with this show.
For sure.
You know, so it's like you think about that, and it's like, man, I can't, you know, I can't. I'm too obligated to this, man, because I know, because there's a lot of people out there, especially people that listen to our music, Bubba, that not only plan this thing out a while. Let's say they didn't buy tickets for 2 weeks out or a week out or 3-4 days out. You know why? They've been saving.
Right.
They've been putting a little bit bad off that check every week, going, all right, cool. Man, we got $100 for drinks. We got $50 for shirts. We got tickets, motherfucker. We is ready to, and you know what else? We don't have trendy fans. So these aren't the people.
Some tickets to something right
listen,
now, man.
I'm telling you, these aren't the people that have came to every popular concert in town.
Right.
This is like Easter Sunday for these people, dude. There's a lot of people that come to our shows who are like, no, it's literally like the only time I left the house this year.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, this is our big night out. We've been married fucking 12 years. This is our big night out right here. We do this about once a year. We don't got time for this shit.
No, for sure.
We got fucking 3 kids at the crib.
Stories, and I love that you have literally went in. That's like almost like a Don King way of seeing the field.
Yeah.
Right? Like of that level. Not that Don King was like, but he always thought about the experience that the patron was having.
Yeah.
He put on some of the best fights in the history of fights, right? And so that's like you beyond the fighter level. Me and Matt were talking about the similarities of fighters and artists and comedians, and you know how we all kind of live out of the same black bag and shit. You and I have been talking about forever. You're seeing it from a promoter, from a great promoter though, instead of the slimy promoter, because you're the artist, that it really falls on you if it's a shitty show or a shitty meet and greet or a supporter leaves like, fuck him, I ain't coming back to see this motherfucker ever again. You're seeing it from that perspective that most people will never see it from.
Well, dude, 1,500 people bought a ticket to see me in Birmingham, Alabama.
Shout out to Birmingham, Alabama.
Loved it, right? And let's imagine that we sold it out. Beautiful show.
What was the venue?
Iron City.
Iron City.
So, crazy spot. So let's say this right here. Yeah, for sure.
Yep.
So let's say this right here. 1,492 of them do not know the promoter's name.
Absolutely.
Don't know his name.
Yeah,
so if that motherfucker goes south, motherfuckers leave. That Jelly Roll show's fucked up. Nobody goes, man, that John Smith show sucked dick. You know what I'm saying? You feel me?
Great name for a promoter.
Right, but I'm not, whatever. But it's just such a,
that's what a plain vanilla promoter in Birmingham, Alabama would probably be named.
Yeah, and for the record, the promoter in Alabama's name is Lane, and he kicks ass.
Love you,
That's
Lane.
My dude. Lane brought us to Zydeco, Bubba.
I know.
That's my dog.
Lane,
I have a shot with him. I have a shot with him every show.
Lane,
but I don't know. That's my thought. So I think about the same thing with music. It's like I gotta make sure this person is right. And I was always inspired by anything. Like it was like I didn't care if it was. If there was only 10 people in the world that was like, when you gonna drop a new song, I was like, I gotta put a song. I got 10 people waiting for that.
Most consistent. Let's get a round of applause.
Yeah.
Real applause. If you can hit the digital applause, we'd love to hear it on there too.
That's the least he can do because he sure applause.
For Jelly putting out. Jelly's been giving Kusa hell, y'all.
I love you, Kusa.
If you're watching the show, man, make sure you stay tuned in. Kusa is going to redeem himself with Jelly by playing dope-ass Jelly mixes later. Gracie's going to come in and maybe play something on acoustic for us while we print Jelly's jackets.
We have food also.
And we got food.
Oh, feed. You don't know feed cooking, boy.
She ain't going to let y'all get out of here without a plate. And so we're going to go all eat. Me and Jelly going to go eat right now. We're going to go over on some designs real quick so I know what to print him. It's a happy day over here, and it's a serious day at the same time because we're printing things that need to be printed for a thing tomorrow. What is the
Chop's funeral.
Chop services? That's what I was gonna say. What time is the?
I don't know if I want to do that on the live.
No, I'm just saying.
Okay, I was finna say.
So I know what time you're gonna be back here. I'm just talking it twice here.
Oh.
So,
I thought you were gonna be able to knock out the Chop on the night. What happened?
I can. That's what I'm saying. And then you'll be back to go live tomorrow. At what time?
For the live, I'll pick up the rest of that shit tomorrow. And bring you more shirts. I got, bro. I want to be like you. I want to have all this shit.
So you'll get done.
Jelly rolled out.
Bless Chop's family.
Yeah, watch the Tears Could Talk video. He played a lead role in that video. He did that on his birthday. That was what's even crazier.
Crazy.
I went to the viewing today, man. It was just fucking so sad. But the picture popped up from the video shoot day because they run the picture reel. Mm-hmm. And his auntie looked over and said, "You're Jelly Roll, right?" I was like, "Yes, ma'am." She was like, "Man, we love that video." And I said, "The crazy thing is that was on Chop's birthday." And a testament to who Chop is as a personality. I was thinking, hey, man, can you do me this favor on Thursday? I hadn't looked at the calendar. I'm so disconnected from it, like what date it actually is. He's like, yeah, for sure. And then he calls back, goes, "Bubba, Thursday is my birthday." I was like, oh, shit. Well, fuck. This my dude, though. We've known each other forever.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, shit. Well, Bub, no stress, man. No stress at all, man. Enjoy your birthday. I'll take you out to dinner after the video. Mm-hmm. He was like, man, ain't nowhere I'd rather be than doing that for you, Bubba. And that's just his character is he was doing me a favor on his birthday.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You feel, which would end up being his last birthday. When you think about it. The last one he celebrated in metaphysical form. So it's like, yeah. So, when you think about it from that perspective, that just speaks just multitudes of who Chop was as a human. Because my birthday, man, y'all better not ask me. I almost don't want to wipe my own ass on my birthday.
Man, I don't know what I was doing. We were quarantined on my birthday this year, but I can guarantee you, even if it was you, and you were like, hey, I would have been like, bro, it's my birthday, man. I'm here. Why can't y'all do this on another day?
I'm with the kids. Yeah,
can y'all do this on another day? Can I come get my shots on another day? And that's like...
Nah, Chop was just like, yo, man, ain't nowhere I'd rather be, man. So we sang him happy birthday at the shoot and shit.
We were talking about that earlier, like perspective, man, and I'm sorry for your loss. That's crazy. I didn't know Chop that well, but obviously we was around each other through you, and to lose anybody young like that, and it's crazy, man. I was just thinking about, birthdays and losing people. You know how when somebody's telling you a story, how you just kind of get caught in your own.
Oh, yeah. Because it's a relatable thing.
Shit, man,
well, listen, man, on a lighter note, thank you. Yeah, I enjoyed doing this whole live thing.
I'm glad that this live before
I appreciate it if you knock my thing out for me tonight.
That
would be next level cool.
Make a toast to the past.